Hello, my lovelies. Today we're going to be talking about Gabbie Hanna and some videos that she made recently talking about what I talked about in my previous video, which is her having possibly a manic episode. And again, this video will not be monetized because I do not believe in monetizing mental health issues, especially when we're not sure if the person could be or not, what people are saying. Even though Gabbie does say that she was indeed manic, I'm still not going to monetize this video regardless because it doesn't feel right to me. So without any further ado, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's jump into it. Roll the intro. Welcome back. Now, what are we talking about? Well, Gabbie Hanna decided to make an 8-part video series on her TikTok page, clearing everything up that's recently happened from her point of view, now that she is indeed down from this episode that she had. First off, she does say that she was indeed manic, that she has never experienced mania before, and that she has experienced being hypermanic, but not manic itself. She said that it started out like a normal day. She was just talking about issues that she finds, concerning, like homeless children, religion, on and on, etc. And that she decided to delete these videos. She says it really did start becoming a manic episode short or just as this Nick guy that broke into her home. I talked about it in my previous video, but if you want the rundown, this guy named Nick decided to come up to Gabbie's door, knocked on it, and told her that he was just looking for a bathroom. When she let him into her house, he started making TikToks in her house and touching her medication and breaking all kinds of boundaries, which was definitely not fucking okay. And the fact that this helped not helped, but enabled her to have an episode just makes me even more upset. I'm sorry. But she says that it really did start becoming mania when Nick came into her house under the guise of being a stranger who needed to use the restroom. And then she says something along the lines of she does try to help people whenever they need help, which I understand. And that she felt like posting TikToks with him would kind of help hold him accountable just in case he was, someone trying to harm her. She had him drink something in her house, therefore getting, fingerprints, and was posting this online, kind of for just to keep herself safe. The fact that he constantly caused and crossed boundaries in her house still baffles me. Like, she mentions in this 8-part series that she told Nick not to come upstairs with her to her room, and he did anyway. I hope this guy gets some kind of prosecution because what the fuck? Seriously. After she kicked Nick out, she went upstairs to her room to kind of relax, said she was shaken by the whole experience, and that it felt like mere moments when she heard banging downstairs and people coming into her house, and it ended up being the police. But she says when she was upstairs and hearing these noises that she thought maybe Nick was trying to break into her house again, was trying to come in and do something to her. But she found out it was the police. They put her in cuffs, and they said constantly over and over again, according to Gabbie, that they're here for her own safety. They're here for her own safety. They were there to do a wellness check, and as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure if this is actually true or not, but as far as I'm aware, if police are doing a wellness check, they are not required to have a warrant to come into your house. Now, this is where things kind of get a bit muddied in the timeline of events, because first she says that it was Nick coming into her house and this triggering her to have this episode, and then she says that the cops constantly coming into her house are what caused it. And then later on, she details that her using marijuana also was what caused it. So she says a lot of things caused it, including bullying, the cops, what she was doing with the plant. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this word on YouTube. I'm sorry. So she just says that like all this stuff caused her to have the episode, but she, at each one of the videos, she blames another thing. So I don't know if that's just her muddied mind state after this, or she doesn't really know what caused it, or she could just be lying. We don't know. So just if you guys feel like you're confused, I was also a little bit confused, but anyways, moving on. She mentions that she was very high, and that that the plant, you know what I mean, affects her the same way that certain mushrooms affect people with hallucinations and things, and which she feels spiritual and starts seeing things when she's on it, which if that, from my experience, if you're having these issues with a certain version of this plant, they make multiple different versions of this plant for certain things like cancer, anxiety, pain, etc. So maybe just try a different kind and see what fits for you. Just saying. Gabbie, if you're somehow watching this. Just saying. Then she mentions that she thinks that the cops should not be the ones to come in and do wellness checks because her past, she mentions that she's had a lot of bad experiences with pews, if you know what I'm saying, and that, you know, cops coming in and putting her in cuffs and everything did not help her mental state, which I kind of understand. Then she says that she's going to stop smoking that stuff and that she is going to go back into therapy having experienced this episode, and that she is currently looking for a therapist at the moment that she feels aligns with her beliefs and things. Then she says that she thinks that after her experiencing this, that maybe this is somewhat of a silver lining, and that maybe she can be a spokesperson for this kind of mental health. Then she puts in captions, if you're not seeing the Britney Spears parallels yet, talking about how, you know, when someone is publicly experiencing some kind of mental health issue where people are just talking about it and hating and hating and hating and hating, that shouldn't be a thing. Then she explains that someone that's going through something like this should not be like She basically says that people that experience these kinds of things are not always, you know, out to hurt themselves, not always out to hurt others, that she was just chilling in her house, having this issue, you know, enjoying her day, and then all these cops kept coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, and this just really stressed her out to that point. Again, she contributes a lot of different things to what exactly caused her episode. Using the example of her, you know, behavior with the police, and that if she had, you know, somehow tried to flee, tried to get out in some way, tried to like harm the cops in any way, she might have been hurt herself or sent to a facility. Then she claims that all the videos were deleted because she deleted all those videos that she posted. She says that she deleted all those videos, one, because of the hate, and because, two, the people that were like making all these videos on TikTok about her also were a contributing factor to why she went manic. She then said, and I quote, "I am not afraid to offend people. That's art," and names a bunch of famous historical figures from history who were controversial at their time. And then she admits that she missed the mark a lot of the times in those videos, and that was another reason why she deleted them. She then denies, because a lot of people have been saying that, oh, she's just faking all this to promote her new music. She's just using this to do this and do that, and it was all a big fat lie, and I knew it. A lot of people are like, oh, I knew she was lying and all this other stuff. But we can't prove that. Just saying. But she denies that this was not to promote anything, and that she says, and I quote, "I have always something coming out, and I am always mentally ill." And then on her last video, number 8, she says that the edibles that she ate also caused the episode, not smoking it, detailing that every time that she consumes edibles that she hallucinates. And So that's what also did it. So there's a lot of things that she's saying did it. And I'm not sure if she did not even acknowledge the hurtful statements that she made, which if you don't know or you didn't watch my previous video, Gabbie said that a lot of different harmful things about trans people, the black community, a lot of controversial shit while she was on this episode, and she did not acknowledge it at all, and that disappoints me. Also, the fact that she's like contributing a lot of different factors to why she had this episode instead of saying, I'm sorry I had this episode, I didn't mean the things that I said, I feel like I should be a advocate for mental health of this kind, and then detail all the things that she said in her videos, but we didn't get that. She doesn't apologize at all, but she does in fact, iterate that she was indeed manic, and I'm grateful that she is going into therapy for this, and hopefully this helps her in the future. Maybe she will apologize later. I don't know. She claims that she was fine until the cops showed up, but then were concerned, but people were already concerned far before they arrived. That's the one thing I don't get, is like a lot of people were already concerned far before the police came. She was saying a lot of things about religion and all kinds of things. So I don't think that she's actually acknowledging when she started having the episode. Maybe that's why her timeline is all muddied, and the reason why what caused it are so many and like contradicting each other. Maybe she doesn't actually know when it started, and she's just trying to name all the things that were going on at the time that could have caused it. I'm not quite sure. And we're not quite sure if the edibles that she ate caused it. And from what I know, they're active from like 30 minutes to an hour. So when did she take them? If that's actually what caused it, because that's what she says was the official cause at the last video. And when did she eat them? Was it before she started making all these videos? Was it after? We do not know. I'm glad that she is seeking therapy. I'm disappointed again that we didn't get the apology that she does need to put out. But at the end of the day, we really shouldn't be hating on her. Like, it's okay to say that, like, the things that she said were very wrong. But I do agree that as a content creator that does get quite a bit of hate from a certain group of people, myself, that does affect my mental health quite a bit. It has caused me to not want to create content anymore. I get threatened all the time. I get harassed all the time. It's made me even want to stop streaming Minecraft on my own on this channel, because every single time I'm streaming and I'm hanging out with my friends, because mostly my friends hang out in my lives with me when I'm playing video games like Minecraft. And I get questions about my essay. People demanding that they know about my essay. All the details. They want all the details of my essay. And I have mentioned that I was essayed in a video before. So now, ever since I mentioned it, I keep getting told, oh, I bet you liked it. I bet you enjoyed it. I bet that, if I come into your house, you'll do it with me. All these kinds of nasty, disgusting things. Not only that, but being picked on for my weight, which I'm actually not that big a person. I'm not that big anymore. Because they keep referencing this one video, like one of my first TikToks I ever made, where I was a lot bigger, and I've been losing weight gradually after the last 2 years. So I'm not that big anymore, even though I am still trying to lose a little bit more weight. But, being picked on for my weight, being picked on for being essayed, which is abhorrent and disgusting, it does infect your mental health as a creator. We're not robots. We're not just robots talking to you on a screen. We're real people. We are real people, and we have real mental health issues. So maybe y'all should think before you speak. It's good to critique people, but when you're just insulting people for no reason, or because you don't like this, that, and the other thing about their appearance, it's actions that matter, not someone's appearance. So keep that in mind. If you're one of those people that think you should pick on people for their weight or their mental health or things that have happened to them in the past, etc., maybe don't do that. So I kind of understand what she's saying in regards to the hate, but I feel like she should have at least apologized for what she said. And she says she stands by a few things that she said, and she didn't go into detail to what those things were. So if there is any updates, I will of course let you guys know on what's happening. But that's what we got for today. So what are your thoughts on the situation? Let me know in the comments below. If you feel like it, please hit the like and the subscribe button. I don't just talk about Gabbie Hanna, believe it or not. I also talk about books, movies, TV shows, anime, anything that I find interesting. I talk about it on the channel. That's why the name is The Random Show. It's random for a reason. So if you look around the channel, I'm sure you'll find something you like. So that's what I got for you guys today. I love you all so much, and I hope you have the best day. Bye.